Hello and welcome to my first ever video series for my blog post. This video series talks about a template that one can use to organize their goals. Now in my previous blog post, the blog post that talked about using the Eisenhower decision matrix with the SMART format to organize your goals, I did post a screenshot of the Excel sheet, the Google Sheet that I used to organize my goal, but I did not give a link to a public template that everyone can save to use as their own because I just assumed that everyone could make their own template. Now here, gift from the heavens, I created a public template that everyone can save and use, and I will show you how to do that. So once you click on the link, you'll be directed to this page, and this is a Google Sheets page. What you need in order to use a Google Sheets or any Google document, whatever, you just need your Google Gmail address, and an internet connection. You could also work offline to edit your documents, but I would recommend having an internet connection because it periodically saves your progress from time to time. Now, on this page, this is a public document, so anyone on the internet can find and access, which means that if you go ahead and edit this thing, everyone can see what you edited. We want to make sure that you have your own copy that you can save to your own Google Drive, and it's private, that no one else but you can edit, and here's how you do just that. So you click on File, click on Make a Copy, and then you rename it to your name and goals. So let's say Marvy's Goals. Make sure you save it onto your Google Drive folder, hit OK, it will open a new tab, direct you to your own copy. So now you can see that it's private, only you can edit and see it. And then you go ahead and close the previous template because we're not going to edit that template, we're going to do and edit this one. Now there's a lot of features for this Google Sheets template. If the video instructions are not enough, you could go ahead and click on the Guide tab, and then you can see definitions like, for example, what's a pending action, or what does an urgent task mean. You could go ahead and refer to this table, and you could also refer to this guide for the Eisenhower decision matrix so that it would be easier for you. And there's also instructions, and also I'm going to create follow-up video series on how to sort your goals, and so on and so forth. So just refer to the Guide tab. Now let's get started. So based on my previous blog post, I talked about using a decision matrix and SMART goals. So in the example, I talked about what if you want to purchase a car. We'll go ahead and put that here. Purchase a car. Now, that does not seem very specific, does it? You can't really indicate your start-finish dates because there's a lot of factors to decide on. Now, how do you make your goal more specific? You ask yourself questions like, do I want to be on a car loan program? Would I like the car to be secondhand or a new car? What kind of car model? So you go ahead and figure that out for yourself. Once you figured that out, you enter it in your description or progress. Now here's the part where you become realistic with yourself. Do you have 200,000 pesos right now? The answer is no, so you put that on hold. And then you indicate your reason why. No money for down payment. On hold because no money for down payment. And then we go ahead and indicate the category it's in. It's important because you want a car, but not urgent since we don't have a date right now. So based on this goal, you could go ahead and add a new goal, which would be to save enough for a down payment, car down payment. Now we have that. Let's be specific again. Make sure the goal is measurable, achievable, and realistic. and ask yourself some questions like how long do I want to save, how much do I want to save, and so on and so forth. Then you indicate it here. So we have a time span now, 2 years, and we could go ahead and based on the time span we could think when we want to start to do this goal. So I indicated on the blog it would be June of this year. Now the reason why it turned gray is because the start date is greater than the finish date. When that happens, that's stupid, because how can you complete a goal? How can you finish a goal when it's in the past? I don't know. Do you understand what I mean? So in order to make sure that this doesn't happen, make sure your finish date is greater than your start date. So I indicated 2018, it would be 2 years from now, so that's 2020. Now the reason why it doesn't show the year is because it's my own preference. I don't want to show the year to make it cleaner, but what you can do is you could go ahead and highlight these cells, go to Format, View, Format, Number, and then you could add the year here. More formats, more date formats, and you could put in the year. Just double click and apply, and you can see that it adds the year. But for me, just on a preference, I would rather just see the date and the month. But no worries, when you highlight the cell, you could actually see the date. For me, it's cleaner. Now that we have your dates, your start and your finish dates, you need to indicate if it's on progress. Yes, it's in progress, and it's important and not urgent since it's still 2 years from now is the completion date, so it's nothing urgent. What an urgent goal for me would be within the month I have to complete it. So what happens if your today's date already passed the finish date? Like for example, I had a goal that I should have finished last March 2, but today is already March 12. What happens? How do I know if it already passed that? This Google Sheet would automatically tell you. It would highlight the cell and indicate that, hey, it's already past the date. You have a goal that's in progress. And it has many more features. So for example, what if I only want to see goals that are on hold? You could go ahead and filter it. And I'll do a complimentary video on how to do that. I'll show you what my goal tracker looks like, and it's filled with goals that you can see, so that I could go ahead and describe to you how to use the sorting feature and the filter feature. It's pretty much a no-brainer, but for someone who is not familiar with Excel, this video and the guide might be helpful to them. So thank you for watching. That's the basic gist of how to use this goal tracker. You could go ahead and put more goals, the dates, and category if it's important or not. So thank you so much for watching, and till next video.